Okay, so first up we'll take a look at the bedside charger and we'll see what we actually get in the pack. Okay, so as you can see there, 3-in-1 magnetic wireless charger, and this works with iPhone 12 and later. Okay, so taking a look at what we're actually getting, so here is the actual unit. Now that is a lot smaller than I was expecting. So it's a lot more compact compared to my current unit. Yeah, and it's got a little spring action on the actual watch part, so when you're not using it, it can be hidden away. And this also swivels up and has some tilt to it as well. Straight away, I'm liking this, the more compact design. We'll take a look at the accessory pack and see what we're getting with it. Okay, so you are getting a help guide, you're getting a user manual, and then you're also getting some more information on the actual charger as well. So in terms of power adapter, thankfully they have sent out a UK power adapter. A lot of times whenever I get these review units, they do tend to ship them from abroad, so I always end up with loads of US power adapters that aren't really any good to me. But yeah, so you are getting their own branded UGREEN power adapter. It is USB-C, as you can see there, so it looks like this is a 45-watt power adapter. Okay, and there is the actual USB-C cable, not braided unfortunately. I was hoping that it would have a braided cable because they tend to be a little bit better in terms of wear and tear, but at the end of the day you're just going to plug this in and forget about it. So yeah, it's nice that these are included. A lot of the sort of desktop chargers that I tend to get don't come with power adapter and cable, so that's a nice touch. Coming back to the actual unit itself, so as you can see you do have some rubber pads on the bottom. Let's just do a quick test. So for portrait mode, yeah, magnets are pretty strong, so that's something that I am liking straight away. So in terms of the actual snap, it is quite good. You do obviously have nightstand mode as well, and yeah, you can see from that how strong the magnets are. At the end of the day, you're not going to be shaking this about anything, but you do want it to be able to stick on. I have had a few chargers over the years where they're not the strongest in terms of the actual MagSafe. This does also have a silicone material on the actual charging plate as well, and I believe that is the same on all of them. So yeah, apart from the Apple Watch, which is just the Apple Watch kind of material, the AirPods is a silicone material, and the iPhone part is also silicone material as well. So in theory, you can use this a few different ways. So if you want to just drop it down and keep it really shallow, really compact, you can do so, and you can see just there. And then if you want to rotate it out and have it extended, you can also do that as well. You can have it completely flat. So my wife, she doesn't use nightstand, so for her she would probably end up using it something like that, whereas for me I would definitely use nightstand, and you can make it pretty vertical in terms of having it something like that. Okay, so for purposes of the actual video itself, as I said, we do have a power bank, so we may as well power everything up and take a look. This should be more than powerful enough to power up whatever accessories you need. This will charge laptops and everything, so it should output enough. So on the back, I didn't notice this before, so you do have a USB-C in, and then you also have a USB-C out as well, so it may even be possible to do pass-through charging as well, which would potentially make this a 4-in-1 charger. So I might just do a test of that in a second as well. So first up with the phone, you can see it is the MagSafe animation. We then have, what I'll do is I'll turn this. So next we'll throw the watch on its charger. That is also charging. And then the final one is for the AirPods, and that is also charging. Now you are also getting a little green LED just there. Yeah, so when you've got anything on there, it will come up. Now sometimes devices do have an option where you can actually dim that. It's not the brightest LED, it is extremely dim, so it shouldn't really be too much of a problem. So even with everything on, everything is still charging. Now the one other check that I did want to do, so I did want to see what happens. In fact, let's take all of this stuff off. So what happens when you plug something into here and then plug that in? So yeah, you are getting pass-through charging. Now does it tell me? Yeah, so it doesn't really tell me what speed, so that may well be a slower speed, but then my phone's almost fully charged anyway, so it's not really going to say fast charging on there. Right, so essentially this is a 4-in-1, so you have your iPhone just there, AirPods, Apple Watch, and then you also have a pass-through USB-C output just there as well. And then when you're not using it, you can fold it up, and that is really small, really compact. So yeah, first product, I am liking the look of this. So it is also weighted, so in theory you can just put it like that, put your phone on, it will snap on, and then can I take it off? So it does rotate a little, so just probably one finger, or even using the same hand, you can probably still take it off.